Three, two, one. So I recently bought a x100v, and here it is. It's been pretty freaking sick. I've been taking tons of pics. Actually, tomorrow is the last day I can still return it from Amazon. I don't plan to. Um, so I've recently got into taking pictures. I've been watching for the past few months. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of different YouTube channels. Just based off of photography. One of them's this dude called Willem Verbeck, I think. This dude Grainy Days, he's pretty funny. Some Australians. The Australians. What are the names? I'm trying to think. North Borders. He's like my favorite out of the three. He's pretty funny. And some Padre videos. It's kind of funny because I commented on Padre's video, and now I'm making a video about the X100V. He's been doing that a lot. I think his whole channel might be revolved around the 100V. Anyway, yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a photographer by any means. I don't even want to call myself one, but this is something I've been getting into, and it's been super fun. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into specs or anything about the camera. Why did I choose this Fujifilm? Well, first off, it's freaking beautiful. It's a sexy looking camera, and it makes you want to pick it up and take pictures. I went for the all black one because I don't know, it doesn't stand out as much, and I don't know, it's just a lot more low key. And I don't know. I At first the silver one was pretty sexy, but I think this one's sexier. I even got the lens cap too. Um, Funny story on that. But yeah, so what I wanted to show was my Instagram. My Instagram is Antonio Vega 831. Actually, I'm screen recording too, and you guys will be able to see this. So I had two pictures. One when I turned 21, and then the other one when I graduated CSUMB. Uh, but I bought this camera and I first took pictures of my cousin cutting hair. And this is kind of the photography I want to do. I want to take pictures for people's Instagrams and get those candid shots, whether that's for, barbers, artists, any type of artist, any type of online business, to show like the behind the scenes type of thing. And I think there's good value in a good looking Instagram, because some barbers and just some businesses, they have very whack Instagrams. Like, for example, barbers, they'll have like a couple fades, before and after pics, but then even those pics don't even look good. Like, they're blurry, or they have some type of filter on them, right? And then some of them even have like their personal life on there too, which is very like, I don't know. I feel like people should have very good looking online appearance, um, for their business. Anyway, I do think there's value in having more than just the before and after pictures. I feel like it'd be cool to give a whole experience of what the barber shop and what the cutting hair is like. So, while they're cutting the hair, them cutting the hair, the barber shop, them chilling, laughing, whatever. And this is the same thing for everything else. So I also got some tattoo artists, which I'm going to show. Tattoo artists, the whole process of tattooing, not just the tattoo itself. Right? And I'm trying to sell that to people. I haven't found anybody that thinks these photos are worth it, and I'm offering them at a very cheap price too. But, I just started. It's only been a few weeks, and I already have a lot of things. So going through, oh, and also I'm going to show these Instagram pictures so you can see the quality of the Fujifilm as well. So this was my first shoot. It was actually it was very difficult because I didn't learn how to use manual mode. I was using aperture priority. So I quickly learned after this, like, okay, I really need to start using manual mode. Because once people start moving too in a dark environment, aperture priority, it lowers the shutter speed over bumping up the ISO all crazy, which makes sense, right? You don't want like soft images. Um, right? And then when people are moving around, like you don't want blurry hands and stuff. So these were some of the few shots. This was before I started adding borders around the pictures to like fit without Instagram cropping the image. And then I had a little photo shoot of my family, my niece and my nephew. These are some cool shots. I really like these. So this one I was shooting in. I think I started shooting manual right after. So I think this one was included. This was the first time I was using the burst mode too, which is freaking sick. Um, this one I hit up my friend Ali. He does a radio station, and I said if I could take pictures of him doing his thing, and he was super down. He even brought out like lights and stuff, and we got some really cool lighting effects. I really like that picture of there was a little mirror or a little there was a separate room, and I went into the other room, and there was a little uh, window that I shot through. That was pretty sick too. And then my girl, I wanted to take pictures of her baking because she's baking on the side. That's kind of her hobby right now. Some of these ones too, like some of them are cool, but then I was thinking, like in some cases, I really need to invest in lights, some good lighting, to like get rid of these shadows, and especially like that one. After that, my cousin wanted some more haircut pictures, so I did that. Um, these were shot in classic negative, not all of them. I think that was like pro neg or something. I don't know. And then my girl was getting a tattoo, and I asked the tattoo artist. So this was kind of like a rolling effect. I asked my girl to ask the tattoo artist if I could take pictures of her tattooing. She was super down. So I took some pictures of that, of the whole process. I sent it to the tattoo artist. She liked them, and I ended up messaging the tattoo shop and said, "Hey, can I take pictures?" It'd be a free photo shoot, whatever. I just want to take pictures of all the artists. Blah blah blah. The shop messaged me back. They said, "You know what? The owner thinks that's a really cool idea. You know, to message the owner directly. I did. He was super cool with it, and I went over at some point. This is my homie Ray. I got some cool pictures of him. Just some random stuff. I really like this one. I told him to stand right there, and the sky was, when I was taking pictures of Ray, I noticed that the sky was blown out, but when I changed, if I wanted to bring the details in the sky, well then it would darken everything else, right? So I thought it'd be cool to get a silhouette, and I really like how this picture came out. You got Ray in the corner, and then you got the main point of the picture was the sky, but then you also have like these branches on the upper left, which is pretty cool. That wasn't intended. The framing of Ray was, not the branches. I got lucky on the branches. My friend, he's a horseshoer. I messaged him, asked him if I could take pictures of him horseshoeing. He was super down with it. So I did that and got behind the scenes. I like this picture. You could see some of the horseshoe shavings. So this was the whole process. This is his business, him shaving it and making the shoe flat, and him working on the horseshoe itself. This one I kind of didn't like. I included this one because, you have my friend Andrew, his wife, and then the horse looking over. Like, I don't know. Like yeah, the sky's blown out, whatever. Even the horse is a little bright because the lighting conditions were very harsh. But I don't know. I really like the horse looking over pretty much at the camera. So I like that one. Here's some extras. I really like this shot. Although his hands kind of cut off. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's too distracting. But I've also been looking into what makes a photo good and like, what do people like type of thing. Um, this one was a cool one. I didn't notice this till later, but you got a bunch of red accents. That's why when I was looking back on it, I really like the red accents. You got the freaking super hot horseshoe, and then you got the red tail light, and then you got this little red thing in the back. I thought it was cool. Him working on an anvil, which is sick. Um, him pressing the horseshoe against the bottom of the hoof. That doesn't hurt the horse, by the way. It doesn't. This shot I really liked. Just him working. I don't know. I don't really know why this picture I like so much, but it just shows like it gives an understanding of the type of work he's doing, I guess. A very good understanding. All right, so this one was super cool too. So I have a cat. I take her to this dog grooming place. And I actually know the owner a little bit, and I messaged her saying, "Hey, if I could take pictures of, her doing her thing." She was super cool with it. She was down, and I went. I started taking pictures of that. This one, I really liked. The framing of it. These are all candid shots. I'm not telling people to like pose or anything, so I'm really just shooting off my hip, trying to frame it in the moment. If someone moves, it's like, oh well, I could try it again, whatever. Uh, this one I like. Come on, it's a dog licking her forehead. That's freaking cute, right? Um, it's a little soft. I noticed after. And that's because it was kind of dark in the room, and she was moving a lot, so I had to have a high shutter speed. And then the only thing I could change was the ISO, so the image came a little soft. This one wasn't. This one was a sharp one. Um, I really like this one too. It's a dog chilling. Like this is actually one of my favorite ones. Um, drying off the dog, whatever, trimming, and then like kind of the end of it. Um, I like this one too, but then after looking at it, I didn't like it because there's so much space at the top of the photo. But it was cool. Like I don't know. Yeah, over time I start noticing these type of things to change. You know, seeing the lighting in here was actually pretty. It's kind of dark, so if I were to do it again, probably have to buy some lights to like get better photos. This one was cool. Her shaving the toenail, but then the dog is like has his tongue out. See, like this, you could tell it was kind of in a dark room. It's there's a balance for sure because you could bump the ISO, but then your images become soft. So I don't know. These were just the extras. Like showing her this is the type of photos I would take and the type of work that I do. So going back to the shop, I went back to the shop and took a bunch of photos of, the artist. I started including this. I had dark borders, but then I started doing white borders. Had to switch it up a little bit. Um, but yeah, just messing around and taking photos, and people are liking them. This is the shop owner Jeff, super cool dude. Him doing a little arm piece, and then this is the same girl that tattooed my girl's tattoo. And yeah, all these photos, I give them to the people. I think except for one dude I didn't. Um, it was like whatever. But all these tattoo artists, I give them all the photos. Um, because this is kind of just my experience putting more stuff on my Instagram. I really like this photo. It's cool because he ended up using this photo on his personal page. So, oh, that was pretty cool too. Yeah, and see, here's another barber. So my friend, he noticed that a friend of a friend, Noticed I've been taking pictures. Asked if I could take pictures of his car. I told him, yeah, I'm down. I mean, I've never taken pictures of a car, but sure, like I'll mess around with it. Something else to put on my page. And then he said, hey, all right, well, I'm gonna get a haircut. I'm gonna get a haircut before, and then I'll hit you up after. And it was two of my friends that were gonna go get haircuts, and one of their brothers. And I said, hey man, can you ask the barber if I could take pictures of him cutting hair? And he asked the barber. Barber was down. So there it is. Some behind the scenes of people. This dude working out of his garage. Super cool. Yeah, and you could read some of these captions. Another barber in town. Shots taken before lockdown. In my culture, it's disrespectful to show your face. Totally true. This is pre-COVID stuff. So yeah, I noticed too that for certain scenarios, like, oh man, the color profile of classic negative, it just works. So for barbers and tattoo artists, classic neg. I'm planning to do hairstylists next, so I would totally change up that one. I'd probably use like Astia or like Pro Neg High or something like that. Here's Miguel with his car. That one was one of my favorite ones. This one I liked a lot, but then there's that pole sticking out in the back, which I don't really like, but it is what it is. Yeah, this was the barracks in Seaside. This is the church right next to it. My homie Ray and I, we went over there and we're just taking pictures of buildings and stuff. There's Ray. Shout out to Ray. Oh man, this was a little dummy put in the in the hole of this wall. Super creepy. We ended up walking away because there was a bunch of bushes surrounding that area, and we were walking into this like in between these two barracks, and then we peeked over to the left and we saw this, and it's pretty funny. I said the 8th pick is cursed. Let me zoom in on that. Yeah, it was pretty creepy. So we're like, yeah, we're out of here. And then I did a cold call, yeah, on tattoo artists in Salinas. So I hit up this Salinas shop, and then I hit up all the artists that I could find. One of them hit me back up. He was super down. I started taking pictures of him, and then I started taking pictures of all the other artists in there. There were 2 other guys, so I started capturing photos of them, and they all really liked them. And then funny thing is when I came back, or after I gave them the photos and posted them, they one of the artists that didn't hit me back ended up hitting me back up and was like, hey, I really like the work, sorry for not hitting you, or, messaging you back. I get a lot of messages, whatever. And he's actually into photography too. And I ended up going the next morning and taking pictures of him. So I've just been straight hustling. This is the dude, Ivan. Shout out to Ivan. I put today we let go of Anthony. Much love to Ivan. Ivan, that's the dude for like letting me take pictures of him. So yeah, it was cool, man. This photography thing, I'm trying to make it just a side hustle, and it's been super fun. I really like this one. Just like focus on his arm, and then you could see in the background it's all blurred out of him tattooing. I don't know. That was one of my faves. So yeah, you guys are more than welcome to check out my Instagram. I'm gonna be posting. I mean, this was only a few days ago, so I got some more hairstylists next week. Yeah, and you guys could also see the x100v photo quality. Super sharp. I love this camera. It's been a great time using it. Oh, the lens cap. That's something I want to mention. So without the lens cap, this camera is just like a little nub. And I was thinking, man, should I return the camera and get, like, I'm starting to take pictures of people. Should I get the X-T3 or the X-T4? Just the fact that it's bigger. It's bigger. It looks a little bit more professional. I feel like people, if they were to see a small camera and they see a big camera, they're gonna pick the big camera, even if it's like an entry level DSLR compared to this. I feel like they would just choose the camera because they think it's better, just the fact that it's bigger. Luckily though, my pictures have been speaking for themselves, so they could see that, but see the quality of the pictures. But first impressions, I wanted to get the lens cap just to make it bigger, just to make it appear bigger. And I mean, it also reduces lens flares or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much why I bought it. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you guys want to see more videos like this, I was thinking about doing videos of me going to these shops and going to stylists or whatever, and kind of record what I do. So yeah, like, do all that, but especially follow me on Instagram. Peace.